All right, it's Bill here. Different location in the house that I'm using today. Apparently I have a lighting problem, which I hopefully will solve going into the weekend. However, let's get into the game. 4-1 victory for the Leafs over the Seattle Kraken. Here's my thoughts on the game. First of all, no Ryan Reeves. Ooh, I was crying. No more 0.0. Wasn't in the game. Nick Robertson back in the lineup, which is the right move. However, Nick had a first period shift that I thought for sure he was going to be going back into the press box and getting the popcorn for quite a while. A lot of giveaways, didn't really work hard, but after that I thought he played great. So hopefully no Reeves for quite a while. I know they play St. Louis and Minnesota back-to-back on the weekend, but we don't need Reeves proven in this game. Fourth line played tough. The whole team played relatively tough in the game. But let's get into the first period. I thought was not a great start. Again, I was watching it. I knew the score going in, so it makes it a little bit less exciting for me to watch it. However, focusing on the players, there was a lot of effort at the beginning. And Joseph Woll. See, this is my thing with Joseph Woll. As you know, you watch the channel. I'm a big fan of Joseph Woll. Calm, steady. Even when he got out of the net, it's just a nice little swing back. He's back in the net. It's the right way. He's a good goalie. To me, he's going to be an all-star. If he can just not get hurt. So hopefully between the end of the game and the next game, that tends to where he gets hurt. Maybe he cheers a little bit more in the dressing room. Maybe he has an extra pop, struggles with the chair after he gets down the stairs. I don't know. Just put him in a glass bubble and get him to the next game, because that was a great game. The only goal he gave up was to Torvin, which is an amazing shot. I'm still trying to figure out how that got through that entire screen. But I thought Woll played great, and he held them in the first period. There was a couple of big saves, one off Eberle. That was a really big save. And kept it 0-0. And then with, Austin Matthews. What a face-off. Pushes it past, puts it over to Michy Baitana, over to Matt Nyes. Two great passes. Great face-off idea by Matthews. Seattle. I've seen Toronto Maple Leaf face-off coverage before, but if you don't take any of the three forwards, that's crazy. That is crazy. I guess all five of the Seattle people went, you know what? I'm going to go right to the point to block the shot. Well, it was a push forward, pass over to Mitch Marner, tap over to Nyes, puts it in the net. 5 goals in 6 games for Nyes. Again, I thought he was pretty great tonight. Banging, mucking it up. You score with 4 seconds left. That's got to be a demoralizer killer. And then second period, right off the bat. I love this play. This play, the Willie Nylander's first goal that he scored, made it 2-0. This is awesome. This was like I've got the game on PVR, and I'm going to keep watching this replay. What happens is Larson makes a great pass to Tavares, who does not move. Not one bit. The man didn't move. He got it at the blue line, and he can't skate, so he couldn't move. Johnny T sat there. And the Seattle players just skated by him. Number 9, unfortunately, I don't have my computer with me when I'm sitting here at the bar. But number 9 just skated right past him. Johnny T didn't even move. He didn't even move once. He just sat there. He had the puck for 10 seconds, and at not one point did he actually take a stride. And then he went, oh, is that Morgan Riley? Morgan Riley, the defenseman who was back near Larson, is skating full tilt, and Tavares gets it over to him. And then great pass by Riley over to Nylander. Boom, it's 2-0. I want, if you just get a chance to focus in on this goal. Tavares moved he moved Ryan Reeves 0.0 inches and still got the assist on the goal. What kind of defense just skates by the slowest guy in the NHL? All number 9 had to do is just hit him. But he skated by him. They went into okay, Johnny T's got the puck. Okay, he's at the blue line. There's no way it's gonna take him 30 seconds to skate to the net. So what we need to do is take everyone else. Except they didn't take everyone else. They didn't take anybody. And again, fantastic pass by Riley over to Nylander. And then the third goal, you had Johnny T and Max Pacioretty mucking it up on his knees. Johnny T with a pass. That was a nice pass. Just call spade a spade. Man goes to the net. Nice pass over to Nylander, and it's 3-0. So now 3-0 lead. We know what that means in Toronto Maple Leaf land. That usually means trouble. But I thought the rest of the period, it started maybe about 5 minutes left in the period. It was starting to go, the ice was starting to tilt toward the Toronto way, but Wall was there to make some big saves. Yes, he kind of got a little out of the net, but I love how fast he gets back to the position. Like, there was one where Joey Decord, the Seattle goalie, was facing backwards in the third period for a long time, and the Leafs Robertson couldn't hit the net. But Wall, yeah, he might sprawl a little bit, but he's back into position. Back into position quick. I think Wall's a beauty. I think he's a beauty. Anyways, Nylander with 2 goals, and you're up 3-0. You're going into the third period. Again, I thought it was not bad by the Leafs, but certainly Seattle started to push it on, and Wall was there. And then you got the penalty. And on the power play, which I thought the penalty kill was pretty decent all night for the Leafs. The power play for the Leafs was what it was, what it normally was. A little bit faster, but just not burying anything. But Torvin scored, and then I will call it. I yelled at Tavares for hitting an empty net from the red line, and I guess Austin Matthews thinks he's a billiards player and scores. Now, that's a bad play. It went in the net, I got it. But you're up by 2. I'm more okay going for an empty net goal from beyond the red line when it's a 2-goal lead, not a 1-goal lead like it was with Tavares. Johnny T! Like Johnny T. And the Leafs win 4-1. Great effort, I thought, from the goalies. The defense were pretty sound tonight. I thought Tanev's game was fantastic. I know he's playing his brother. Maybe that has something to do with it. So they play St. Louis on Saturday. Okay, you screwed up at home against his old team. Now he's going into his old barn. And the Blues, I think, have lost the last 2 games by a combined score of like 10-3. So he should be able to take them out. He should bring a good effort on Saturday. We'll see. Now, let me get into the Lilligren trade. Lilligren traded for a 3rd-round pick, a 6th-round pick, and some guy who's related to Jim Benning. I saw the Bill Root and the comment in the comments. I got a pretty good kick out of that, yes. I can go back through great defensemen of Leaf yore, one of them being Jim Benning, who was a terrible defenseman for the Leafs. I was probably around 6 or 7 years old when I had to do, and even then my face was still getting red. I probably didn't have the beard back then, but my face would get really, really red every time I saw them on the ice. But, you know, your Chris Kotsopoulos and your Brian Currens and your Bobby McGills. So that was awesome. Bill Root, nice shout. The trade for Lilligren, the fact that we got anything for Lilligren is crazy to me. Lilligren was a first round pick. I remember at the time seeing his big flowing hair and seeing Lou Lamoriello beside him and knowing what was next for the kid. That was you're going to the Bill Sanderson shave your head deal. But Lilligren, I think a skilled player. Just the man could not take a guy in front of the net. He couldn't. I've never seen. He's probably the weakest defenseman that the Leafs have ever had. Anytime a guy went to the net with Lilligren, it did not work out. It was bad. So the fact that they're able to get a 3rd-round pick, now I granted this draft is not the greatest, but the Leafs didn't have any picks anyway. So 2nd, and I think they now have a 2nd and a 3rd now. And then getting a 6th in 2026, plus Benning's probably thrown in just for the money. But you get to toss the $3 million. It was in the summer when Brad Treveling, ding, 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 ding. 2 years, $3 million for a guy who can't cover a guy in front of the net. I know he's got a right shot. I know he's a defenseman. At some point, he showed a little bit of skill. I remember him and Sandin together. It wasn't a bad combo when they were both young, but he just, I see why he won't fit into any type of Berube system. Because Berube system, you'll see even a Larson is playing the game a little tough. A McCabe, a Benoit. Those guys are not going to sit in front of the net and let a guy stand there. They're going to take him out. Lilligren, soft, downy soft. And so I thought it was, first of all, horrible contract. So let's not take away that from Trevelyan. Ding, 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 ding. But he did make a nice trade. All right. Again, hopefully I'm back in my regular Leaf room. Fortunately, the lights decided to go off after I've played darts, watched the game, and I'm tired. All right. Cheers, everybody. Bye.